Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Aries here with a video before I go take a shower. Now this video is called The Wants and the Needs. Now for most people you don't need much. They say you can survive with food, a cot in a corner, and a blanket. That's all you need. Yeah, you know, and your basic like water and shower and stuff like that. But in this day and age, most everything is wants. That's right. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, I have too many wants. Yes, but I also utilize things. This, for example, I use every day. Charge it up when it needs it, no problem. My laptops I use when I need it. I have backup laptops. I have backups of laptops. I have desktops. I have all the uses just in case one fails. I'm lucky I have a backup television. So, the wants and the needs are very important and so forth. I was going to give an example like the phone. When Aaron and I were looking at phones, he said this phone would be perfect. Now the service is crappy for, you know, drop calls and stuff, but for emergencies and stuff, it's fine. Now, I don't need anything for email. Let's just say I take my tablet with me and I go, say, to another town, and I know there's a coffee shop there. Now, I'm not so much of a hurry to get back to my email, so I just go in, order me a cup of coffee, sit down, and use the Wi-Fi. Utilization, Wi-Fi. I don't need to carry a $200 to $500 phone that's touchscreen to get my email on the go. Now, if I'm going to travel, say, to another state, and I want to take internet with me, I will get a 3G or 4G wireless card. Slide it in the USB and use it. I don't need to have a phone message, you know, for texting and everything. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice, but if you're on a train, you don't want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, hey Bob, how are you? I'm good. What are you doing, Bob? Sitting here. Instead, you should be looking out the window on the train, you know, just sitting there enjoying yourself. You don't need to sit there and say, oh, I need to get to my email, you know. Send your email up before you board the train. Say, I'll be on a train. If I get to my email, I get to it. If there's a hot spot, I'll get to it. I don't need to have someone say, oh, well, you know, I have a phone. It's sent from my iPhone. Well, when you get to an email place, for example, you know, Wi-Fi, it's fine. That goes with everything else. You got to utilize things before you sit there and buy it. You got to ask yourself, what are you going to be using more? You know, it's like tablets. For example, I have stacks and stacks of tablets. Do I need them all? Mm-mm. One's for this program, one's for that, one's for this. Some of them are crap. Get a new one. Oh well, it can be utilized for this or that. But you know what? Tablet is the same. Android or Apple, they're the same, but they're different. It's like comparing apples with oranges. Towels, for example. I did a video about frugality. Towels. I utilize my towels till they get holes in them. Then I turn them into rags and I keep using them. You know. Shirts, I've been buying more shirts off and on because some of them got holes in them and etc. So I got to get more shirts. So yeah, it just depends on what you want to spend finances for. Now you can be frugal, save all the money you want to travel, or you could save it for other issues. I mean, for example, look at this. I needed an office chair with wheels for some reason to move around in my office. This chair was one that my mother had, that Aaron had in his place. There was 4 of them, but we're down to 1. The other 3 were crap, so we tossed them. So yeah, for example, this desk. I've taken pictures in the past of this desk. I got a door here, cubby holes there, filing cabinet here, drawer here, and a door here, sliding keyboard here, and it fits nicely with my layout. It was free. It's a 2-piece desk setup. This one, old but still utilized. You got your keyboard here. You got your drawer here. Your stuff here. I mean, come on. What's the point of spending when you don't have to? This desk, 40 years old. I can move and use it to write too. Garbage can underneath, not included, you know. But the point is you got to utilize stuff. I mean, heck, my disc strainer is getting a hole in the bottom of it finally after 8 years. Guess what? It's on the shopping list next month to buy a dish strainer. I got to go to Walmart on a special trip just for it. So when you want to utilize something, you utilize it, and you utilize it till it's broken. I mean, a lot of people go out and they'll buy new phones, new tablets, new computers. Heck, I do the same. New computers every 3 years, unless I need a desktop that will handle the current game that I want to play. Then I'll upgrade. Then I'll have computers all over the place. Then I just change the monitor. You know, this office is a little bigger. I mean, when the new desktop comes, it's going to go straight here. So, you know, hopefully I can share the office with Angela, but she's going to have to choose her own chair. And by that time, I should have a higher leather back chair that will help my back a little more. Seeing if this raises a bit. So yes, anyways, the utilization is simple. I mean, for example, I subscribe, for example, to Guns and Ammo. Now, in the back of Guns and Ammo, you got a company here called Kimber. They make over 40 types of pistoles and like 25 types of rifles. Now, person could sit there and want every type of rifle, every type of shotgun, and every type of handgun. For example, this one's talking about Springfield Armory right here. This one, for example. Now, personally, you don't need 500 handguns, for example. You only need to have 1 or 2 in your life for utilization. You can only fire 1 at a time, so what's the point of having too many? Shotgun, same thing, unless you want 1 for ducks, 1 for pheasant, 1 for quail. Then you utilize them for different, but you don't spend an arm and a leg for them. For example, this ain't about weapons. Smoking pipes, now that's a different thing. As some of you know, I smoke a pipe. This is my big one. Now, utilizing it, simple. Clean it, smoke it, and when you smoke pipe, you have to have more than one. Every time you pull one's done and you empty it, you cool it for 24 hours and you grab another pipe. That's the difference, you know, but the utilization. You got to look at everything you want to buy. For example, I need a carpet shampooer. Why? Because I like shampoo my carpets every 3-6 months. Just make sure my carpets stay nice, even though my carpets in this place is crap. They moved me in with carpets completely stained, and they shampooed it 4 times. Shampooer for me, just make sure the carpet's clean. Deep fryer, we have deep fryers. We deep fry all the time. That was a utilized thing. We utilized it, and we use it all the time. Change the oil out when we have to, for example. Rotisserie, I want one of those because I want to cook my chicken whole for several hours and then eat it. So if you look at the utilization of each item you're going to purchase, and you make sure you utilize it, then you have no problems when it comes to wants and needs. That's basically the thing is, you got to utilize what you have. Heck, I have drawers and drawers and drawers of tights, thigh highs, stuff like that I wear under my pants and stuff, and I utilize them. But when one pair gets damaged, I try my best to salvage them. Maybe I use them in the winter time or whatever, but in the end, they go in the trash. For example, certain things I want to reutilize that I lost in the past, I will get to them, because that's the way it is with life. So, with that said, as you know, that's how you do the wants and needs, basically. You weigh the needs over the wants. And if you can wait, you can wait. If you can't, you can't. Now, there's a few wants I'd like, but I have to wait for the other party to make the decision properly. Otherwise, I'd be married already. So, but that's beside the point. My wants and needs, well, and to each their own. But the bottom line is, that's how you utilize things in this day and age. Yeah, so just take it for what it's worth. For you guys, my advice could be useless as crap on a stick, or it could be useless as a grain of salt, or a grain of sand. Main thing is, that's how I think of things. Unless it's broken, why replace it? That goes with glasses and dishes and stuff like that. There's items that you have to buy per year, socks and underwear minimum, maybe a few t-shirts and pants. But everything else, you can get by without unless you really do need it, and you have to have it for utilization for your home or etc. But that's it. Please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. Please add me as a friend if you like. Thank you and have a nice day.